Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here to take a look at Ravnica before it got remastered. However, it's actually kind of already been remastered a little bit. So we do have Return to Ravnica here, Guilds of Ravnica, and Ravnica Allegiance. We're going to be looking at Return to Ravnica today, and then we'll open up these two boxes later on. So let's go ahead and slide those out of the way, and let's get into this 11-year-old box of Magic cards. So this set first came out October 5th of 2012. Yep, it's been that long. Now, Ravnica and cards in Ravnica have been reprinted in many forms and fashions, and so this particular set only contains $20 or 20 cards valued over a buck. There's our nice little poster card there. Very cool. We do have a draft box here, or rather a booster box, because that's all they had back in the day. So there are 36 packs to go through. But like I said, there's only 20 cards valued over a buck, unless, of course, we can find some foils. Foils, of course, were extremely rare back in the day, so we'll see how many we get in this box. But there are 92 foils valued over $1 and 36 foils valued over $5. So let's crack open our first pack. We'll go through probably 5 or 6 looking at every single card, and then we'll go ahead and speed things up. All right, so this one is going to start off with a Paralyzing Grasp. Then we're going to see ourselves a Chorus of Might, followed by Eye in the Sky, with a Traitorous Instinct, Frostburn Weird, followed by a Trestle Troll. Then we're going to see a Transguild Promenade, followed by a Stealer of Secrets, Knightly Valor. Then we're going to see a Splatter Thug with a Codex Shredder. Then we've got ourselves a Golgari Keyrune, followed by a Bazaar Kravad. And then we're going to see Radkos, Lord of Riots, Mythic coming in from the main set. Very nice to see that. This card right here is valued over $6 in foil. It's valued closer to $18, so 3x factor there. Very cool to see that, though. And then we are going to see ourselves a Dragon token. Now, it can't be certain, but one of the Dragon tokens is valued over $6. I hope it's that one. And then we're going to see ourselves just a basic forest in the back. All right, so let's go ahead and get our pile set up here. All right, very cool. Pack number 1 in the bag. And a pretty darn good pack number 1. All right, pack number 2 is going to start off with a Dynacharge. Then we're going to see a Terrace Worm, followed by a Golgari Guildgate with a spawn of Rix Mate, Frostburn Weird. Then we're going to see the Doorkeeper, followed by a Radkos Guildgate. Then we're going to see an Axebane Guardian, followed by a Downsize with Concordia Pegasus. Then we're going to see ourselves a Soul Tithe, followed by a Slitherhead. Then we've got ourselves a Syncopate with a Wild Beastmaster coming in as our rare, not a high value rare there. Then we are going to see ourselves a non-token token, followed by an Island in the back. Maybe we'll separate our mythics out. Very cool. So this is a relatively small set, only 274 cards. So we are going to see lots of duplication in the common uncommon. So we get ourselves a Train Carkle, followed by a Survey the Wreckage with an Aerial Perdition, Chronic Flooding. Then we're going to see a Centaur Healer with a Grisly Salvage, Stab Wound, followed by a Towering Idric. Then we're going to see an Azorius Guildgate, followed by a Tower Drake, Azorius Keyrune. Then we're going to see ourselves Vandablast, very good uncommon, valued over $2. Then we got ourselves an Azorius Charm with a Supreme Verdict coming in as our main set rare. Very nice to see this. Does hold some value for us. Then we are going to see ourselves a Centaur token in the back with a Mountain. All right, this might be the last pack that we go through for the commons. There are very few commons valued over $1, unless, of course, we can get them in foil. So we got ourselves a Chronic Flooding with a Drainpipe Vermin, Swift Justice. Then we've got ourselves a Horncaller's Chant, Radkos Shred Freak with a Search Warrant. Then we've got ourselves a Stab Wound, followed by a Knightly Valor, a Towering Idric again with a Stealer of Secrets, a Gutter Snipe. Then we're going to see the Dread Mangler with an Azorius Justicar, followed by a Volatile Rig coming in as our rare. We'll get another non-token token with a Plains. All right, still only one mythic, no foils yet. Maybe we'll go through one more pack. So we got a Survey the Wreckage with an Axebane Stag. Then we're going to see Deviant Glee with a Vassal Soul, Trestle Troll, Sewer Shambler, followed by a Drudge Beetle. Then we get the Doorkeeper, followed by a Lobber Crew. Then we're going to see Mind Rot, followed by a Skymark Rock with a Street Spasm, Blood Fray Giant, and we're going to see ourselves a Slaughter Games coming in as our rare. Behind that, we're going to get another non-token token and a Swamp. All right, so hopefully you've gotten a feel for this 11-year-old set. So we're going to go a little bit quicker. I'll just kind of thumb through the cards on fast forward and stop at the uncommons. All right, first uncommon, we got an Arrest, followed by a Brush Strider. Then we're going to see a Golgari Charm with a Death's Presence coming in as our rare, followed by a Bird Token. And then we're going to see ourselves an Island. And our first foil of the box is going to be just a standard foil Plains. All right, we got ourselves a Skyline Predator, followed by a Radkos Charm, with a Tablet of the Guilds coming in, followed by Niv-Mizzet Dragogenis coming in as another mythic hit for us. Very cool to see that. Then we've got ourselves a non-token token with an Island, and we are going to see a foil, and it is an Aqueous Steed coming in. Unfortunately, this is not a foil valued over $1. So not one of the 92. Neither is the basic land. All right, first uncommon, we got ourselves a Slum Reaper with a Skymark Rock, Psychic Spiral, and then we're going to see ourselves a Hypersonic Dragon coming in, followed by another non-token token and a Standard Mountain. So many non-token tokens in this particular box. Maybe that's why the dragon is valued at over $6. All right, so we got ourselves a Thought Flare, followed by another Vandablast. Very good to see that. Then we got ourselves a Radkos Ragemut with a Havoc Festival coming in as our rare, followed by a Centaur and a Plains. So we got 2 Centaurs and a Dragon so far. All right, we got ourselves a Bluster Squall, followed by Fall of Gravel. Then we get a Rogue's Passage coming in from the Land Cycle, followed by a Mana Bloom coming in. Not a high value rare. Then we're going to see ourselves a Rhino token with a Swamp. Got ourselves an Izzet Keyrune, followed by Thrill Kill Assassin. Then we got ourselves Slime Molding with Trostani Silencia's Voice, another mythic coming in. That's our third of the box. Non-token token, followed by a Forest in the back. All right, final pack in stack number 1. Pack number 12. Got ourselves the Golgari Keyrune with a Street Sweeper, followed by a Golgari Charm. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Mercurial Chemister coming in as our rare. Another non-token token, and just a mountain in the back. Got a Sphere of Safety coming in with a Silencia's Charm. Then we're going to see a Radkos Ringleader with an Abrupt Decay. It's going to be a really good rare for us, valued over $2. Then we got ourselves a non-token token and a mountain in the back. Got ourselves a Bluster Squall with a Call of the Conclave, a Slime Molding, and then we're going to see ourselves a Palisade Giant coming in as our rare, followed by another non-token token and a Plains. So many non-token tokens. Got the Archweaver, followed by an Izzet's Charm. Then we're going to see ourselves another Rogue's Passage with Persistent Captain coming in as our rare, followed by a Saproling token and a Swamp in the back. So I guess the best card in the set right now is the Cyclonic Rift. Following that, probably the Blood Crypt, Temple Garden, Steam Vents, Overgrown Tomb, Hallowed Fountain. Looking for any of those. Those have, of course, lost some of their value since getting reprinted, and I have a feeling they're going to be reprinted at a really high rate inside the collector boxes of Ravnica Remastered, because there's 3 different slots where you could pull them. Phantom General with a Silencia Key Rune. Then we're going to see ourselves a Nivix Guildmage, followed by a Firemind's Foresight coming in as our rare, with a Goblin token. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Forest with a Gate Creeper Vine coming in as a foil, which is valued right around $3. So pretty decent little foil common there. Got a Savage Surge, Blister Coil Weird, followed by a Gobbling Ooze, and then we're going to see Azor's Electrocutors coming in as our rare, followed by an Ooze token. Then we are going to see ourselves an Island with another foil, and it is going to be a Teleportal coming in as an uncommon. Don't believe this is going to be a high value foil, but I will put the price on the screen for you. So we're up to 4 foils. One of them is a basic land. Got a Minotaur Aggressor coming in as our first uncommon with an Assassin's Strike, followed by Zankiv Locust. And we are going to see an Altavara Hellkite coming in as our mythic. This is going to be a really good hit for us, valued over $11. Awesome to see that. So we're up to 4 mythics now. Then we're going to see a plains in the back. Really want to see one of those mythics in foil. The most valuable foil that you can pull out of here is going to be the Cyclonic Rift. That's valued almost at $50. The Altavara Hellkite is valued at $32 in foil. If we could somehow pull a second copy of that. Got ourselves Seek the Horizon, followed by Laiv Sky Knight, Radkos Cackler, with a Grove of the Guardian coming in as our rare from the land cycle, but not one of the lands we're looking for. And then we're going to see a plains with a Grim Roustabout coming in as our foil. Another common foil. Not sure if we'll see a rare or mythic foil in this box, but I would really like to see that. Got ourselves a Security Blockade, followed by a Slitherhead. Then we're going to see a Dryad Militant with a Loxodon Smitter coming in as our rare, followed by a Night token and just a Swamp in the back. Got ourselves a Racecourse Fury, followed by a Silencia Key Rune. Then we're going to see ourselves a Syncopate with a Cryptborn Horror coming in as our rare, followed by another non-token token. Then we're going to see ourselves a Forest with a Gobbling Ooze coming in as our foil. Got a Shrieking Affliction, followed by a Dregmangler. We're going to see Korzda Guildmage with a Counterflux coming in as our rare, followed by another bird token and an island. Got ourselves the Codex Shredder, followed by Silencia Charm. Then we're going to see Golgari Decoy with a Deathrat Shaman coming in as our rare. And behind that, we're going to see a Saproling with a Mountain. All right, final pack in stack number 2. So far, we've only seen one card valued over $10, and that was our Altavara Hellkite, valued at around $11. But to be fair, there's only 6 cards valued over $10 in non-foil in this set. So we're at 1 of 6. Got a Fairy Imposter with an Izzet Charm. Then we're going to see the Zankiv Locust again with An epic experiment coming in as a mythic for us. Unfortunately, this mythic valued under $1. Then we got ourselves a non-token token with a swamp. All right, moving into the final 1/3 of the box. Got ourselves the Civic Saber, followed by the Street Sweeper, Judge's Familiar, and then we're going to see ourselves a Martial Law as our rare with a swamp in the back. Minotaur Aggressor, Thrill Kill Assassin. Then we're going to see the Radkos Ragmut with a Lolith Troll as our rare. Then we're going to see a non-token token and a Forest. We got the Aqueous Steed, followed by the Radkos Charm, the Treasure Find, and we're going to see Gerard Golgari Lich Lord coming in as our rare, or excuse me, as a mythic. And then we've got ourselves a non-token token and an island. Got the Tavern Swindler with the Hover Barrier. Then we've got ourselves a Risen Sanctuary with a Detention Sphere coming in as our rare, followed by a Mountain. Got ourselves a Skyline Predator with a Hellhole Flailer. Then we're going to see ourselves a Slime Molding with a Grave Betrayal coming in as our rare. This can be a pretty good hit, valued over $5. Then we're going to see ourselves a Centaur with a Plains in the back. We are down to about 7 packs to go. Haven't seen a foil in a while. I think we're probably going to end up with 2 more. That would be my guess. Got the Oak Street Innkeeper with the Radkos Key Rune. Then we're going to see Teleportal. And behind that, we're going to see our Desecration Demon coming in, followed by a non-token token and a Forest. Rather uneventful pack there. We've got the Dark Revenant coming in with a Street Spasm. Then we're going to see an Azorius Charm with a Mizm's Mortars coming in as our rare, followed by another non-token token and a Forest. We've got the Steed again with a Fencing Ace. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Blood Fray Giant with a Chaos Imps coming in as our rare, followed by an Elemental and an Island. All right, we are officially down to 4 packs. I now officially don't think we're going to get 2 more foils. Going to see the Archweaver with Rick's Mad-Eye Guildmage. They're going to see Judge's Familiar with a Chromatic Lantern. Very nice. This used to be a gigantic hit for the set, but again, it's been reprinted many, many times, especially in the Brothers' War, and this card is going to be featured quite often in Ravnica Remastered. We are going to see a foil in this pack. After this mountain, we're going to see a Common Bond coming in, not a high-value foil, but we did get to see a foil. We got 3 more packs to go. Got the Soul Tithe with the Pyro Convergence. Then we're going to see Nivix Guildmage with a Collective Blessing coming in as our rare, followed by another non-token token and a Plains in the back. All right, we've got ourselves the Goblin Rally with the Assassin's Strike. Then we're going to see the Dryad Militant with an Overgrown Tomb. There we go. This is going to be the number 3 land from the set. Very nice to see that shock land there. And we are going to see another, what appears to be a land in the back in foil. Let's hope it's a good one. We've got ourselves a Centaur, followed by a Swamp. And we're going to see ourselves a foil Blood Crypt. Look at that. What a pack. An Overgrown Tomb and a foil Blood Crypt in the exact same pack. That is awesome. The Blood Crypt is valued pretty close to $20 in foil. Awesome to see that. We're just going to go ahead and put those two right there. I was starting to think we weren't going to see any of the Shocklands in this box, so I'm really glad to see that we got two in one pack. All right, so final pack, Ravnica, Return to Ravnica, and then we'll do the MTG box analysis. All right, so we got the Golgari Guildgate, followed by a Cancel. Then we're going to see ourselves a Swift Justice, followed by a Druid's Deliverance, Skull Rend. Then we're going to see a Centaur Healer, followed by Stealer of Secrets, a Knightly Valor. Then we've got ourselves a Splatter Thug, followed by a Silencia Guildgate. Then we're going to see ourselves Security Blockade, followed by a Heroes Reunion. Then we've got an Izzix Static Caster with Detention Sphere coming in again as our rare with a non-token token and an island in the back. All right, so give me just a moment. I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Let's get things started by reviewing the contents of the box. Using this chart, we can see the set in gray, the non-foils we observed in green, and the foils we saw in orange. We ended up seeing between 62 and 69 cards for each of the colors of Magic in non-foil, along with 125 multicolor, 15 artifact, 36 basic lands, and 26 non-basic lands. In the foil space, we saw a total of 8 cards spread across the categories of the set. Moving into coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 235 unique cards from the 274 card set, giving us 86% coverage. Our highest coverage among the colors of Magic was a three-way tie between a white, red, and green, each with 93%. In the foil space, we only saw 8 unique cards, which gave us 3% coverage of the 274 card set. Pivoting the coverage by rarity, in today's box we saw 99% of the commons and 94% of the uncommons in non-foil. We also picked up 29 of the 53 rares for 55% coverage and 6 non-foil mythics for 40% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 3% of the commons and 4% of the uncommons, along with a single foil rare for 2% coverage. From a duplication standpoint, this box contained 143 cards repeated 297 times for a box duplication rate of 55%. Before getting into the value of today's booster box, let's take a look at the current value of the set. This chart displays all 274 cards using non-foil market prices as of January 1st, 2024. Currently, the set features 6 cards valued over $10, including 4 Shocklands and the Utvara Hellkite, along with the Cyclonic Rift. The set also contains 5 cards in the $5 to $10 range and 10 cards in the $1 to $5 range. The other 253 cards in the set are currently valued under $1. A full set of all 274 cards has a current market value of $184.94. Now let's recap the actual observed value that we saw in today's box, starting off in the non-foil space. In today's box, we saw 2 cards valued over $10, with the Overgrown Tomb pulling in $10.66 in value, and the Utvara Hellkite valued at $12.96. We also picked up 3 cards in the $5 to $10 range and 8 cards in the $1 to $5 range. The remaining 519 non-foils that we saw are currently valued under $1. In the foil space, we did really good. We saw the number 2 card, the Blood Crypt, which is currently valued at $22.27 in foil. We didn't see any cards in the $5 to $10 space, but we did pick up 1 more foil value between $1 and $5. The remaining 6 foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, the market price for this box as of January 1st, 2024 is $120.93. This is pretty low for an 11-year-old box. Now, the Return the Ravnica booster box that we opened does contain 36 packs, each with 15 cards, which allowed us to see 540 cards plus tokens. Now, the 14 tokens that we saw have a current market value of $8.64. The 37 basic lands are valued at $3.76. The 355 commons are currently valued at $28.79 combined, and the 111 uncommons are valued at $26.04. The 31 rares that we pulled are valued at $57.52, and the 6 mythics are valued at $24.44. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $149.19 in card market value, which is a gain of $28.26 over the market price for the box, and means that it returned 123% of the market price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 14 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $89.82, which means that those 14 cards represent 60% of the total box value and 74% of the market price for the box. Now be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can watch me crack open a booster box of Ravnica Allegiance and Guilds of Ravnica, as well as the upcoming Ravnica Remastered. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.